kumero yuiolia wega waku Yesu nakwamukira niwe withima kia muoyo eruka thĩinĩ wakwa nginya tene na tene. Amen.
Asante. Naomba kuchukua nafasi hii kwanza kuwakilisha rambirambi zangu kwa familia ya mama Monica Wangu wa Mwere, wakiongozwa na our friend Koigi wa Mwere. Niseme tumekuja hapa tu kuomboleza na familia na pia kukumbuka the long journey that it has been. Some of you who are old enough saw it. Some of us, I was in college, I did not get to see it, but we want to say we appreciate your contribution to making Kenya what it is today. Is a big contribution. And I can imagine, mimi sijaiwekwa jela hata siku moja. I was trying to imagine 13 good years. Mtoto anazaliwa, anaenda nursery, anaenda 1, unamkuta akiwa standard 6. So I want to say, Koigi, the nation owes all of you who suffered, an apology. And an apology is not about money. It's about saying that you underwent what you ought not to have gone through. You know, and also to salute your mother here. I know many mothers would have prayed, would have fasted, but not many would have had the courage to go there. She didn't have the education, she spoke in Kikuyu. She didn't have the money, but she had the determination to free her son. And together with others, Wangari, Maathai, and the others, you got the freedom. So we salute her today in a very special way. Correct? And also agree that you don't need to be a big man or an MP or a professor to make a change. You can be that. You can be selling in the village, you can be a teacher, you can be a driver, you can be a photographer, but you can make a change in the society. The women who left here, among others, were just in the Freedom Corner for 5 days. But those 5 days, we speak about them today. They were able to open doors that were previously unheard of. At that time, the government was a very strong government. It almost looked like it was impossible, but with determination, it can happen. I want to salute also our young people, the civil society gentlemen who stood here, because we must agree, Koigi now is an old man, Muita is an old man, we want the next generation. Isn't it? It is not possible for Manasseh Kuria, who's no longer with us here, Ndingi Mwana Wanzeki, and all that generation that fought the second liberation to also fight the third one. We'll ask your mentorship, but you're also looking forward to the next generation of people who believe in their country. You'll pass on the baton. And we are ready to go by your mentorship. I also want to confirm that I know the names have been read here, but all those great Kenyans, the Kugewa Thiong'os of the day, the Maina Kenyatis, you know, it was very possible to just keep quiet and have your peace and take care of your family. But you chose not the easy way, so that we can be here. Accept our gratitude. Then allow me also to take this opportunity to say that although you went to detention, brought the freedoms, now we have multipartyism, we also know that time you are fighting for multipartyism. Now, people are fighting to fold their parties so that they can be recognized, so that they can work, forgetting that also the opposition has a role to play in a democratic government, to give an alternative opinion. So the moment you're elected today and you go there and and you forget why you are there. Even a good government, even the best governments in the world require a second opinion. That second opinion comes through the opposition, so that we can have a balanced view of how the country is run. So I think also it's a bit absurd that, yes, we are fighting for multipartyism, but today people are fighting to go and auction their party so that they are included in government. You have a role. You don't have to be a president or an MP to contribute to this country. And I think this is really what you want. Because also, if we look now in a few months, even now here, oh, everybody's in the government, now that is when you have mass eating. And I think we must call it what it is. Let the opposition play its role and let the government play its role. Correct? I know I have a responsibility to pray for my government, my president, and the ministers, and I always do that. But I also have a bigger role to remind them when they do the wrong thing. Correct? And it has been said here, the cost of living has gone up. This is no longer a secret. We hear it every day when we go out there. And I think all we want to say, before 20 years ago, we may have been fighting for political freedoms. But now, a person with no money, a person who cannot educate their child, a person who has no food is no better than one in prison. Correct? So now we are talking another era of economic freedoms. You know, when taxes are all over, you know, there's tax upon tax upon tax, and the people who are sent to parliament to go and represent us so that we are not overtaxed are not doing it, then you're not doing justice to this nation. Okay? So we want the government to do its role, but also we must, as members of parliament, as leaders, say it as it is when that is the case. And I want to salute Keone and all the others who have been part of the long struggle, the dialogue. I know now you are dealing with the issue of the cost of living, but that should be even the first thing, because that is what is hurting every Kenyan wherever they are. I want to end by thanking the church, and I must say that when Mama Monica and many others were facing all these troubles, the church was open. It remained a sanctuary for those who had nowhere to rest, for those who nobody wanted to talk to. Our bishops, the Bishop Ndingi Monanzeki, and many others, the provosts in All Saints Cathedral and many others, opened the door for the freedom fighters who are there. So I think we have a role in that, and I want to conclude by just saying, when I was governor here, we honored Koigi Wamwere with one of the roads just down there. I think it is also important that we immortalize our mama. Why? So that when I drive with my grandchild, they can say, no way, Tago Monica. Isn't it? That's how we teach our history. Yeah. You know? But if today you say people are in prison, they'll wonder, what had you stolen that time? Because they don't know the history. So you must teach our children the history. And the people who forget their history invite a future of servitude. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
Ona mwegitio wakwa